In the grand halls of Egypt's greatest city, a queen ruled, not just with beauty, but with intellect, ambition, and political genius. Cleopatra VII, the last pharaoh of Egypt, has been remembered as a seductress, a strategist, and a ruler who defied the might of Rome. But who was the real Cleopatra? Was she merely a woman who captivated powerful men, or was she the last hope of an ancient empire on the brink of collapse? Let's uncover the truth about one of history's most legendary figures. Part 1. Cleopatra's early life and rise to power. Cleopatra was born in 69 BCE, a member of the Ptolemaic dynasty, a Greek ruling family that had controlled Egypt since the time of Alexander the Great. Unlike many of her predecessors, Cleopatra embraced Egyptian culture, even learning to speak the native language, a rare move for a Ptolemaic ruler. But Egypt was in chaos. When her father was driven out, Cleopatra and her younger brother, Ptolemy XIII, were left to rule together. However, power struggles quickly erupted, and Cleopatra was forced into exile. But she was not one to give up so easily. Part 2. Cleopatra and Julius Caesar. The power play. In 48 BCE, Cleopatra made a daring move. She knew that to reclaim her throne, she needed a powerful ally. And who better than Julius Caesar, the most influential man in Rome? According to legend, she had herself smuggled into his chambers, rolled up in a carpet, a dramatic entrance fit for a queen. Whether out of admiration, ambition, or romance, Caesar supported Cleopatra's claim to the throne. With his help, she defeated her brother's forces and was restored as Egypt's ruler. But Cleopatra's ambitions stretched far beyond Egypt. Cleopatra and Caesar became lovers, and together they had a son, Caesarion, whom she hoped would unite Rome and Egypt under one rule. But fate had other plans. Part 3. Cleopatra and Mark Antony. Love, war, and betrayal. In 44 BCE, Julius Caesar was assassinated, throwing Rome into turmoil. Cleopatra, now without her most powerful ally, needed to secure Egypt's future once more. Her eyes turned to Mark Antony, one of Caesar's closest generals. Cleopatra's meeting with Antony was legendary. She arrived in an extravagant display of wealth and power, presenting herself as a living goddess. Antony was mesmerized, and their partnership would become one of history's most famous love stories. But their love was not just about passion, it was political. Together, they sought to challenge Octavian, Caesar's heir, and secure their control over the eastern Mediterranean. Yet, their enemies were closing in. Part 4. The Fall of Egypt and Cleopatra's Tragic End. In 31 BCE, the final showdown came at the Battle of Actium. Antony and Cleopatra's forces were outmaneuvered by Octavian's navy. Their defeat was devastating, and they fled back to Egypt, knowing their time was running out. In a tragic twist, Antony, believing Cleopatra had died, took his own life. When Cleopatra learned of his fate, she knew there was no escape. Rather than be paraded as a trophy in Rome, she chose to die on her own terms. According to legend, Cleopatra allowed a venomous asp to bite her, ending her life at just 39 years old. With her death, Egypt fell under Roman control, and the reign of the pharaohs ended forever. Part 5. Cleopatra's Legacy. But Cleopatra's story did not end with her death. She became a symbol of power, intelligence, and resistance against empire. Over the centuries, she has been portrayed as both a seductress and a strategist, but the truth is far more fascinating. She was not just a queen who loved powerful men, she was a ruler who fought to preserve her people, a diplomat who played the game of empires, and a woman who shaped history in ways few could imagine. Was Cleopatra a doomed romantic or a brilliant leader whose story was overshadowed by history? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. And if you love history, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more deep dives into the past with the Historii. Until next time.